everybody, I'm Kimberly Turner from cookingwithkimberly.com, and tonight I'm going to show you a fantastic and exciting recipe for black sheep milk stuffed hamburgers topped with Haskapa chutney. It's going to be awesome. You ready? 1 pound of lean ground beef I have, and I always add a little bit of butter to my meatloaf and my burgers. That's my secret weapon. Not everybody does that, but I add like maybe a tablespoon. It goes a long way to keep everything moist and really, really flavorful. And I'm using lean beef anyway, like relax, okay? Right. That's what we're using. Now, I want to show you these products before I finish this here. We're going to stuff it with this Montfort Dairy Black Sheep Ripened Sheep Cheese. Wow. Right here. Make sure you check out the review for this. It's ridiculous cheese.
Such good cheese.
Yes, you'll be able to see it in a little while. I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator to keep it nice and cold so that it's easier for me to slice and stuff these guys. We're going to top these burgers off with beautiful shaved cucumber and this amazing Haskapa chutney. Now, this is made with Haskap berries, and it's really sweet and tangy and savory all at the same time. Check out the review we just did for this. Fantastic stuff. You're gonna love this, okay? It has so much flavor. It's going to be our main condiment. That's really all you need. It's gonna be the perfect finishing touch to this gorgeous blue cheese, moldy blue cheesy type of cheese you're gonna put in the center. It's gonna be fantastic. Okay. So let's move this over here for a minute. We've got the pound of ground beef. We've got a tablespoon of the butter. We're going to use 1 egg. I have about a tablespoon of freshly minced parsley from my garden. I love to see the little flecks of green. It reminds me of my mom. All right, I'm going to freshly crack some pepper. It's always better that way. In the meantime, preheat your grill. I have it preheating on high. Put as much or as little as you like. We like ours spicy, so I'm going to put maybe just under a teaspoon. Now, you have options here when it comes to crumbs, okay? I have some breadcrumbs left, but not a whole bunch. And I don't have any crackers I can bust up either right now. So I'm going to use some oatmeal. That's my mom's trick. My mom uses oatmeal quite a lot. So I've got about a tablespoon of breadcrumbs, and I'm going to use maybe a couple tablespoons, and we'll see, of the oatmeal. Now, oatmeal does a really good job at soaking up any of the liquids, so it keeps everything nice and moist that way. Whereas you might use breadcrumbs, oatmeal soaks up much more of the liquid, I think, than breadcrumbs do. Now, get your hands dirty. I'm not putting any salt in here because I'm putting cheese in here that's very salty. Well, not very salty, but it's quite salty. And my butter is salty. And some of my breadcrumbs I have in here are salty. Now, don't jump to conclusions yet. If it feels a little bit wet, that oatmeal is going to activate in a minute. And you're going to see that it's going to soak up a lot of that. I can tell I'm going to need at least a little bit more.
Oh, this is just plain ground beef?
This is lean ground beef, yes.
Lean ground beef?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's why you put the butter in. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I put the butter in anyway.
Okay.
The butter's just tasty. I like butter.
Can't go wrong with butter.
That's right.
Okay. Better with butter.
That's right. All right, so this is still nice and moist, but it's coming together. I can feel that it's holding its own at this point. Good stuff.
Yeah, once that oatmeal wakes up, it'll start absorbing all the moisture.
Here's this black sheep's ripened sheep cheese. Now, it looks very similar to like a camembert or a brie or a cambozola. It is a beautiful moldy type of cheese. It's pungent, it has this nice rind, and it's extra gooey. I'm gonna have Mom cut nice pieces so we can put it into the center of a hamburger while I form the burgers. If you do that for me, whatever you think, Mom. A nice chunk. You want it to kind of be a little melted gem inside of gooey deliciousness.
That's too big?
No, I think that's good. I'm hoping a big chunk, but that's okay. Now, if you think that other people may not like it, just make a couple burgers that don't have it and a couple burgers that do. Now, form your burgers, and I'm just going to get them ready. It's good to have someone else help you because, oh, I see you sneaking, because you don't want to contaminate your cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I made 4 burgers out of that.
So they're quarter pounders.
That's right, they're quarter pounders. So I'm gonna leave one without the cheese, And we're gonna fill the other one. Okay, so Mom's cut these beautiful, nice chunks. Imagine a big gooey mess of that in the middle of your burger. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
So good.
So I'm gonna stuff 3 of them and I'm gonna leave 1 without the cheese. So you're gonna grab your burger and you're gonna make a little, you know, like a little pocket sort of. And I'm gonna put this right there and now I'm gonna fold it over. Make kind of a ball. So you make sure that that cheese is completely enclosed in there. And then I'm just gonna flatten it. You wanna make sure that you've got the cheese completely covered with that meat, okay? Be gentle now at this point. So you have a beautiful package of the cheese inside. Now the trick is to remember which ones you did, right? Okay, make that hole in the center. Place that cheese, cover it over, and then flatten it out again, making sure that it's all covered. Okay, my burgers are stuffed. Amazing. Can't wait to try these. Now, my meat is somewhat very soft. Okay, it's softened because I've got that soft butter in here. It's hot in here. We've been cooking all afternoon. We've been canning. And so it's just a little bit warm. What I'm gonna do now is you can either put these in the refrigerator for 10 minutes or so, or you can throw them in the freezer really quickly for about 5 minutes, okay? That way, it keeps together really nice when you throw it on that grill. It's not gonna be frozen to the center. Just the outside is gonna stay intact long enough so that it can create a nice crust and not have everything just oozing out and all falling between your braids, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put them in the freezer and we'll see you in about 5 minutes. Okay, my burgers have solidified nicely just so that they hold together much better, and I'm gonna throw them on my heated grill. Now I'm gonna turn my grill down to about medium-high heat now, and I've got some corn on the cob to serve on the side as well. So onto the grill they go. Sizzle, sizzle. Okay, so what we're trying to accomplish are nice grill marks. I'm going to also get a nice crosshatch pattern, and then I'm going to flip them over and do the exact same thing. It's only going to take a couple minutes per turn. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cover it with one of my ugly baking trays that I use for my barbecue. And I'm going to cover it so that it kind of creates an oven effect, and it helps to cook those burgers through to the center quicker. That's it. Now you don't need cheese for these burgers because we have the cheese inside the center. It's going to be fantastic. But let's get the condiments ready. Now this is already ready. The Haskapa chutney is already ready, and that's going to be our main topping. Now I'm going to also just shave some cucumber slices that I'm going to put on top, somewhat like you would do with lettuce, but tonight it's going to be with cucumber. Okay, I have some shaved cucumber. I need to get a new grater because it didn't shave them as nicely as I wanted to, but we still have the same effect. Okay, they smell like they're grilling up nicely. I'm just going to check for the grill marks. And it looks great, so I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to turn them a quarter turn. I'll show you after because they're quite delicate and I don't want to mess with them. I'm going to put my lid back on. A couple more minutes. Okay, I'm going to flip them over. And we got a beautiful crosshatch grill mark. Oh, they look fantastic. Lid back on. Now we're going to repeat the exact same thing on this side. Okay, we've got beautiful grill marks. Again, we're going to turn it another quarter turn, and this is the home stretch. Now I'm going to toast my buns. Okay, my buns are nice and toasted. Are you almost ready here, Mom? Mm-hmm. I'm going to grab one of these burgers. I think they're done. And we're going to plate it up. You want to share this one, Mom? We'll show them. All right. So we're going to top it with our shaved cucumbers. Mm-hmm. We're going to serve this alongside some grilled corn tonight and a beautiful Asian cabbage salad. It's going to be fantastic. But this is the pièce de résistance. So we just topped it with some shaved cucumbers. And now we're going to spoon over that Haskapa chutney. What you think?
Great.
Oh, yes. Look at the colors.
Gorgeous.
As much or as little as you like. Now I saw Mom eat a whole spoonful of that earlier, so she's not mad at all. All right, so I'm going to cut it in half so that you can see how ooey gooey and delicious it is. Okay, so we're gonna put this on top. I hate to cover it because it's so pretty, right? And we're gonna cut it in half. Ready?
Awesome.
And there you go. Oh, look at this. Look at that ooey gooey center just oozing out with the gorgeous shaved cucumber and that Haskapa chutney. It looks like we might need a napkin.
Oh, no.
You ready?
Yes.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at this ooey gooey cheese. Really? I can't wait. Mm. 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 Mm.
That is so good.
First I got the cucumber. And then I got that awesome cheese, the pungent cheese. And then it all got accentuated with that Haskapa chutney. The crispy cucumbers. Oh, this is to die for burger recipe. You want to make these. You want to make these for real.
I love this.
That's one of the best burgers I've ever had. You like that? The burger is so tender.
It's just delicious.
That's good.
I think that's the best one I've ever had.
Really? Me too. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
It's almost gone. We have to make another one.
Cheese.
And I love the cucumber on there. And it needs nothing else. No mustard, no ketchup, none of that. This Haskapa chutney, belligerent. It's gone.
I'm in love.
As you can see, we demolished that burger. It's gone. Make sure you can experiment with different kinds of chutneys or different kinds of jams, but this one, on point. It is so good. It's perfect for this purpose. You can use different cheeses if you want. A nice soft brie, a nice soft camembert, a gorgonzola, any of those. Blue cheese. You can even use a goat cheese in the center if you wanted to, with that black sheep, ripened sheep's cheese.
Oh,
So good. With
awesome.
the rind and everything. It was ooey gooey. It was just perfect.
mouth watering. It just melted in your mouth.
No doubt. Boy, all we have left is some cucumbers.
You sad looking little cucumbers.
Anyway, make sure you check out haskapa.com for this and all kinds of other fantastic products that they have. They are very versatile, and even for things that you wouldn't think of using them for, right?
Especially for things you wouldn't think of using.
Exactly. It's a miracle chutney. Anyway,
So delicious.
check them out online at haskapa.com. You will be so glad you did. Check out Mom's website at ingridturnertoday.com. Follow me on Twitter at cookingwithkime with a capital E. Like the fan page at facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are on ifood.tv/cookingwithkimberly and youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly. And my site is cookingwithkimberly.com. That's it. That's all. Be a champion in your kitchen and eat deliciously. Bye.
Bye bye.
I want another one.
That was